What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Mauricio Sulaiman. Get this. Mauricio Sulaiman, via Michael Benson, the WBC president, Mauricio Sulaiman, has revealed that they've granted Tyson Fury special permission to fight Francis Ngannou on October 28th. He will not be stripped of his WBC heavyweight world title. Those are the words, and that is the order of Mauricio Sulaiman. And let me counterpunch. Surprise! And none of this is a surprise. It's like Tyson Fury said, don't hate the player, hate the game. And the game is the WBC. Much rather it's a joke, okay? Not more than the game, but in the analogy, sure, it's the game because Mauricio is going to let Tyson Fury fight Francis Ngannou because it's all about the money. It's all about the business. And the business is the hustle. What is the hustle? The hustle is 3%. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's always going to be. So they don't care. They won't have any type of level of integrity that's grown for Tyson Fury to make him do anything. They're not going to make him do shit. Okay, he's going to fight Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia, and if it does big numbers, they're going to allow it. Versus Frank Sanchez, a guy that's been whooping and knocking guys out for the longest, that's showing himself, that's proven himself the top of that sanctioning body. They won't do anything for him. So the question I have for all of the fighters that work for the WBC or fight for the WBC, that's ranked with the WBC, what's the point? If you see a sanctioning body president given special permission on top of calling that guy a victim, we'll get to that later, why would you want to be involved at all with the WBC? I mean, why would you want to have anything to do with a sanctioning body that lets these fighters do what they want unless you want to get to that position? But then again, it's only one champion. Oh, unless it's a franchise champion, and then that could always easily happen, and that may be the next step. Who knows? That's why I commend Deontay Wilder for not accepting anything of the franchise, because remember, he turned it down because I think it was mentioned to him before when Canelo was given the franchise championship and Lomachenko was given the franchise championship. I think Wilder was asked, what his thoughts, and he was like, "Nah, I don't want that." So, but back to Mauricio though, yeah, he's not going to give special permission. And in fact, let's go back to this victimage, right? Being called a victim is just like saying, hey, that's a code word for saying, I'm going to let this fighter do whatever the hell he wants to do because he is a victim. That's why I'm not trying to scald this man or strip this man because he's a victim. So guess what? A victim should be taken care of appropriately. And how do you do that? You let him do whatever the hell he wants to do. If he wants to fight a UFC guy, let him fight a UFC guy as long as they're bringing in the cash, right? So again, this doesn't surprise me. As you guys know how I feel about Mauricio Sulaiman. I think he's a crook. I think he's a guy all about the money. I don't really think that the sanctioning body is being ran appropriately, and I think he's running it into the ground since his father passed away. God bless the dead. Okay? Because it once was something that people looked up to. It was the most prestigious belt. It had the reputation of wanting some fighter to risk their fucking life to fight for this thing. Now it doesn't. But again, I want people to wake up, because when you have the WBC and then they're allowing Tyson Fury to do all these different types of stupid things, you need to ask yourself, well, how credible is the WBC at all? Okay, there were petitions. I don't know if actually one been made about, boycotting the WBC. You know what I mean? Because the belts that they have, shit, how about give the IBO a chance? Because the IBO's just been that lingering belt that really held no weight. And regardless of how many people held it, it still holds no weight. But I look at the IBO more credible than the WBC because maybe, just maybe, they have rules that they want you to follow. Definitely the IBF. So if the WBC was like the IBF, I think we would have a lot better outcomes when it comes to this shenanigans when these fighters want to do whatever the hell they want to. Because if anything, there should be no Francis Ngannou Tyson Fury. There should be Tyson Fury versus Frank Sanchez. That's what it should be. But Mauricio, of course, the king of the protection of corruption, man, and he allows these guys to do whatever they want. This is what we're going to get. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Mauricio Sulaiman allowing special privileges for Tyson Fury to take on Francis Ngannou. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.